Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. Now obviously this is my YouTube channel, it's my platform, it's meant for me to express myself, it's a political commentary channel. I launched it as a way to basically vent my frustrations with the left and terrible policy, but sometimes it's good to donate the platform in a way, let somebody else speak. For those of you guys who have been following me know I've made these types of videos before. There's an incredible clip, an incredible moment of a Republican House member from the state of Florida named Brian Mast challenging the State Department's DEI head. DEI, of course, stands for Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. Brian Mast taking on the commander of the woke brigade in such an incredibly powerful, moving moment. We got to platform this video. It's going to be a little bit longer than normal. Let's take a look at what he had to say, and then let's have a conversation about the content. We've got some stuff to get into, so let's roll the tape. All right, folks, so this happened just the other day on the House floor. Let's take a look at what happened.
But as I observe our units, we both served in diverse units in the military, but it was never by demand. And that is the argument that I'm bringing up here as we talk about service in the State Department or the military or anywhere else. There are no quotas over qualification. We didn't need an African American or an Asian or a white sniper or bomb tech or canine handler. Is baldness, somebody that looks like me, does that make you a better diplomat, ma'am? I think I know the answer, but.
Not that I know of.
It doesn't. If somebody's 5'8" like me or 6'3" like somebody else, does it make them a better diplomat?
No, I do not believe so.
Likewise, does being white make somebody a better diplomat?
No, I do not believe so.
African American?
No, I do not believe so.
Asian or Islander?
Any specific group?
Native American? It doesn't. I would ask this. Can you tell me, am I white?
I would allow you to tell me how you characterize yourself.
That's exactly right. I would have to tell you not just how I characterize myself, but what I am. But I'm asking, do you know if I'm white?
I do not know.
Half black?
I do not know.
Asian, Islander?
Do not know.
Brown? Latino?
I do not know.
You can't know. You can't know without asking somebody to disclose what they are. And we can't ask what somebody is, and it shouldn't matter. It shouldn't matter that I'm half Mexican. It shouldn't matter whether I'm able-bodied or ambulatory or not ambulatory. That doesn't have anything to do with what my background is, that I served in these operations in the military, that I gained these skills, that I studied this in school, that I proved that I could pass whatever tests under stress and duress and be effective in the field. That has nothing to do with how somebody looks. It has to do with, did they volunteer to do this? Do they have the skills to do this? Did we test them to make sure they had the skills to do this? Do we hire hard and have the ability to manage a little bit easier? And that's the problem with what I see with what's taking place. What does the best look like?
I would say the best for the particular job can look like any one of us, and that is the American way. That's what we support.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
So in that, we can't have it be that first we look for a diverse basket of candidates, as is your quote, and then after we look for the diverse basket, then we check the merit of that. The diversity can't be the number one because it does create an inherent bias, an inherent quota system.
Here's my question to all the wokies, and honestly just as bad as the wokies, the people who blindly follow the activism and the empty platitudes. What do you say when faced with an argument like that? This is why I find it so hard to take leftoids seriously, and even the people who are just blindly supporting them. How do you defend yourself when facing hard-hitting facts? And the fact is, if we are to really stand by our beliefs in equality, actual equal opportunity, then you can't immediately be a hypocrite by bringing in affirmative action style identity quotas, because right then and there, you've lost. It's game over. Because right then and there, you immediately make it very apparent to everybody that you are a massive hypocrite. That is the facts as I see them. There's no way to wiggle your way out of it. and pretend as if what you're doing is justified. It's simply not. Diversity, equity, and inclusion is nothing but discrimination. That is the only proper word to describe it. And you know, it's funny, he brought up being bald. It only goes in one way, huh? You know, if we're talking about equal representation and equity in one field, then it has to apply everywhere. What about bald people and bald discrimination? Why don't we have more bald hair models? Sounds discriminatory to me. Why don't we force quotas in everything? Well, we don't because it's dumb. Obviously, it makes no sense. If you're looking to hire someone for the job, especially an important job, well, then you look for qualifications. Let's say you've worked your entire life and you've been greatly successful. You've managed to put away maybe $2-3 million. You have the safety net that you want to preserve not only for your retirement, but for your children. And you want to put that money in a fund, hopefully to make anywhere from 6 to 10% a year. You need somebody that you can trust. You need somebody who has a track record of excellence. You need somebody who knows how to invest. Or if you want to invest in real estate and you want to start building things, or you want to start buying properties, you need to work with a contractor that you can trust who has a great reputation of delivering results and building properties on time, on schedule, and on budget. You look for somebody who can get the job done. You don't go looking for somebody based on how many identity boxes they check. That would be ridiculous. And obviously, if that was your number one priority, well, is the person black? Is the person a black lesbian woman? I need a disabled trans person for this job. No, obviously, nobody would ever say that. And it's not about excluding people. It's just that you can't force inclusion when it comes to the professional world. Can we include people in society? Should people be respected regardless of their ethnicity or regardless of whether or not they're disabled or whether they have other medical issues? I mean, obviously they should be treated with respect. They should be included in general society, but it should not be part of the application process for any position of power, any public office, within the military, the professional world, the application process for getting into top schools and universities. It should not be part of the process. Simple as, and anybody who argues the opposite is a fool among fools. And the lack of a coherent response from the State Department's head of DEI shows you how there's no argument. When someone like Brian Mast lays down the clear facts, the leftoid argument is always something along the lines of either, gaslighting, you're a racist, you're crazy, you're an extremist, or they turn into some stuttering mess, and simply rely on empty emotional platitudes, feels-good nonsense, as if they have some sort of moral standing on the issue. You do not, because essentially what they're advocating for when it comes to DEI programs and forced diversity is discrimination. It's no surprise that Asian students are among the best performing in terms of academia. Young Asian students do disproportionately well, generally have the strongest profiles when it comes to applying for college and university, but many of these top students get rejected because of admission programs that limit the amount of people accepted based on their race. It's absurd, it's clearly discriminatory, and it's happening everywhere. Being a particular race does not belong on a resume. It shouldn't be a hiring or application criteria. It's simply racist, discriminatory, and I've heard every single argument. There is no argument to counter that clear and obvious fact. And thanks for pointing that out so eloquently, Representative Brian Mast. I just wanted to platform his incredible moment. That's what I got for you guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like and possibly subscribe to the channel. You know that we would love to have you here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.